Gary, how much different to all the other games you played this season is this one?
You don't get any extra points. You still get 3 points for a win, and none if you lose. Obviously, one if you draw. But it obviously takes on a little bit more significance. Just the fact that it is a local rival. I understand that. Every club I've been at, there's been a local rivalry between another club, and it does take on extra meaning. But at the same time, you've got to be careful that you don't get too excited and your game goes and a couple of sending offs and things like that. So you've got to be very professional and make sure you win the game for the people that are seeing this as a massive game for their workplace. Bragging rights, as it were, locally and all that sort of thing. But I mean, I personally was really pleased that they came up and are in the league, and it gives us a real good local derby, good a couple of games where you got hopefully full houses.
I suppose it gives everyone here something to rally against, doesn't it? Something to get motivated by.
Yeah, it does, and that's what football's about, really. You've got to be looking forward always to the next game, and we certainly are looking forward to this now. It's become the next game.
Obviously, you played against each other in the National League 2 seasons ago. Do you feel the rivalry is any more intense now? Has it grown? Now there's a little bit more history to it?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think it's not grown necessarily. I think it's always been there. We've always kept an eye on them, their results. Just in of course, you hope your local rivals are dropping points and you're picking up points. I think the supporters, are very keen for this club to get a result against that club. And I know the chairman is, of course, as both chairmen will be. So I will have to wait and see. I know it's a big game, and we'll be treating it accordingly.
You've welcomed their arrival at this level. Do you feel, though, that some people maybe feel threatened by their presence?
No, I think you've got to embrace their presence. I mean, it's only a football team. Do you know what I mean? It just so happens that they're up the road, and I think healthy rivalry is really good. I think it's great. I think there'll be a good atmosphere there, and what we've got 1,000 odd people coming. Let's hope it don't rain, because there's no roofing accommodation. It's the way we're going at the minute, there might be plenty of room on the subs bench, because we've only had 5 one day, 6 another, so maybe we can get 2 or 3 on there. No, I think we'll have a full complement this week, but anyway, that's another thing that you'll ask me in a minute. So I'm just looking forward to the atmosphere. The boys a couple of our staff have been at Forest Green, haven't they? And obviously Danny Wright, I think you'll talk to in a minute. They've been there, so it does take on that extra significance. But we've got to do well for our people that are turning up there. They've got to go through that farm, and you've got to go through a farm to get up there or something.
You can go that way if you want to. That's
where my sat-nav keeps taking me, and I keep thinking, no, this can't be right. And then so you end up at a football club. But let's hope they all get there safely, enjoy the game, and then await the next game, which could be very important at the end of the season against them.
And you mentioned your squad might grow a little bit, presumably therefore injuries and the like beginning just to heal up. How's Mo Issa for starters, having been rested?
Yeah, Mo's fine. Mo trained today. We just needed to give him that little few days break, and he'll be flying, raring to go, and hope to be selected. I think Winnie will be okay. I think he had a slight feeling in his calf, but and we took him off as a precaution as well, because it was staying as it was, not fading away during the game, so we had to take him off. So he'll be fit and ready to go. Brian Graham will have a look at this morning, see where that is. So we'll have to, we'll pick our team tomorrow. We'll leave it to the last minute to make sure that the 11 that get out there are the ones that are totally ready.
And is Mo Issa, I know he's still young, but is he mature enough, do you feel, to cope with being rested in that way? Or, because players just want to play, don't they?
Yeah, no, I think he is mature enough to understand that. And how many, never in his life, football life, has he ever played as many games in a short space of time, plus the intensity of the training. But, and you know what, sometimes when you leave somebody out of a team, you explain to them it's for the right reasons, but it makes them want it even more, and it just makes them a little bit more hungry to get their goals. He had a great start, and now he's got to pick up a couple of goals to kick on again, and maybe that little break of that game, maybe this game, maybe a couple of games, we'll have him championing it a bit.